G'day, welcome to the show. Soul Covers here. We got lots of action to recap. It's been a minute since we last recorded. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. We're here to preview the NBA Finals. We'll be looking at all the series markets, whether there's an edge anywhere betting this NBA Finals series. We'll also go over Game 1. WNBA model and on-screen projections that will be coming soon. Let's just say end of the week. Looking back since we last recorded, we go 5 and 6 over 11 bets, but finish up money, and that is all because of the Pacers winning their series against the Knicks. 3 units plus 135. Love to see that. We bet the Pacers 5 out of the 6 games in that series. We sat out game 3. We bet the Pacers every other game in that series and cashed them 4 out of 5 times. Love to see that. We did have some WNBA action where what did we do? We went 3 and 4 in WNBA, but we continue to close ahead of the market on most of these numbers. I've been tracking that. In terms of closing ahead of the market, we are 9, 3, and 2 in terms of closing ahead of the market in the WNBA. So that's all you can really hope for. Like, the results will soon start to speak for themselves as long as we continue to close ahead of the market. We finished May plus 5.1 units, all because of that Pacers series bet, and then just a nice finish. We weren't having a good May, but hey, anytime you can finish a month plus up money betting the NBA, you'll take it every single time. In terms of June, we are 3 and 2 for June, so hopefully, this NBA Finals series will get us up some money for June. We are sitting on a very nice future. We told you to bet this before the conference finals. We bet on OKC over Pacers exacta. 1 unit down on that at plus 260. So we're sitting pretty good with that ticket. Let's have a look at this series. So we've got a lot of information on the screen. Lots of information here. Let's briefly just talk about it. So I've just got a bunch of like probabilities where the market probability, that is like it's the implied probability that the odds are telling you. And that if you think the odds of this event occurring are greater than that, you should bet it. Unfortunately, I've got this series projected very close to what the market is implying. Like, there is no scenario I can find where my projections have a greater probability than what the market suggests. Now, you like, say for example, the market suggests the Pacers have a 17% chance of winning the series. The market suggests that the Thunder have an 87% chance of winning the series. Now, those two numbers, they're gonna be greater than 100 just because of the VIG or the market hold. So, whereas like the model probability, those two numbers will add up to 100. So, and that's the thing with gambling. You're always betting into, like, you're not betting into a VIGless market. You're always going to be betting into a market that does have some hold. And yeah, looking at all of these outcomes. So like, I know a lot of people like OKC in 5. The market suggests that this has a 34.5% chance of happening, yet I can only get to 30. Say if you like Thunder in 7, that's a 17% chance of happening. I've only got it at 14.7. So again, like, unless my model projects that the percentage of that event happening is greater than what the market suggests, I'm just not going to bet it. And like, sitting on an OKC over Pacers exacta for plus 260. I have no reason to bet this series. Like, I'm already sitting on a great ticket. Why take away any of the value by coming back in on the Pacers. A spot that I might look to take, and I haven't taken it yet, is taking OKC Game 1, OKC Series. But that's still like you're paying a lot of juice. Like you put a unit into that, you're getting like a third of a unit back. So it's a lot of juice. But as we'll discuss in the Game 1, it is a Thunder spot. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. I have absolutely nothing on the on any of these series prices. I don't really bet props, so have nothing for you there. There's a lot of great content out there, especially on Action Network, that you can go check out there. Let's have a look at Game 1 prices. Let's get Bet365 up. So we have this market that it opened at around 8.5, 9, 9.5, just depends where you were. There have been times where it's gone to 9, and there's been times where it's gone to 9.5. Now we see a pretty fairly consensus 9.5 in the market. I got this projected at OKC minus 8.5. So yeah, sure, I project a tiny bit of value on, or I project some value here in Game 1 on the Pacers, but this is just a very tough spot to be backing an underdog. If we look at Game 1s in the NBA Finals, Game 1, if you're a home favorite and you're favored by more than 3 points, you're 16-4 against the spread in the Finals. 16-4. That's wild. And if you picked up an early OKC minus 9, that's a great ticket. Now at 9.5, I'd say you can only play OKC here. Whether I do it, we will see. Keep an eye on my Twitter for that. Maybe if I can pick up a late, maybe if it goes to 9, or maybe if we start to see 10s, I'll pick up a late 9.5. But for now, I have not bet it. Where I do project a lot of value here is on the under. So we saw this series open at 229.5. It got as high as 231.5. I've only got this at 221. I've got a lot of value here on the under. Game 1 in in this same spot where we've got a home favorite favored by 3 or more points. The under is 13-7, 65%. If we just take out this spread, if we just say home favorite Game 1, the under is 14-8. So Finals Game 1s are an under spot, and we'll be taking the under here. Got that down for 3 units. I did tweet out under 230.5. I did that at Bet365, and then I saw a 231 pop up like minutes after, so I actually just cashed that out for full value and then just bet the under 231. So look, we'll grade it at 230.5. That is what I tweeted out, and if you did tell that, it's still a good bet. It's still something that I would play right now. You know, we've seen this total climb up a bit, but the fact that we saw 231.5s, and that was the resistance point, and we've seen the market just creep down since. I do expect closer to tip off to this for this total to trickle down a little bit more. Look, we do have 2 very high-paced teams here, but we have the Thunder, like, yeah, best defensive team in the league. They are susceptible to giving up 3-pointers. Like, they do allow their opponents to shoot a lot of 3-pointers. They do a great job of guarding them. Their opponents shoot quite poorly on their threes, but they still get them up. The Pacers, though, they do not shoot as many threes as you think. They're one of the top teams in terms of shooting layups, getting dunks, but in terms of getting those threes up, not very good. And that's the thing that OKC is going to give you. They're going to give you threes. They're not going to be easy threes, but they're going to give you threes. And the Pacers just aren't a high volume 3-point shooting team. Now we do have 2 very fast paced teams, but we have OKC all-time defensive team. We have the Pacers, who sneaky decent defensive team. Like they've been really good defensively. In the back half of the season, in the playoffs, they've been okay defensively, but and then we have OKC's offense where they're good but not great. So I really like the under in this spot. That is my best bet. We are on the under 230.5. Got that down for 3 units. I do not have any action in the WNBA games played today. My numbers do like the unders in both games. However, both totals have only moved up since open, and I'm not at the stage where I just don't have enough data to start betting my numbers over what the market direction is. If I start to see these numbers trickle down a little bit, maybe then I will come in and jump in on an under. And would you look at that? Bookmaker just moved from 230.5 to 230. So that's a pretty big shift. Just like I said, I expect this total to continue to climb down. It is not going back up. I may be looking at a Liberty and Mystics under. Stay tuned for that. Go follow me on Twitter. Until next time, let's get them books salty.